Hello everybody, this is Mike again. I don't know how many of you have watched the part one of the Racing Beat header and exhaust video, but I hope that was informative to anybody getting ready to undertake this job. So we're going to start out with part two. So for this video, we're kind of in the middle of the job. We haven't put any of the exhaust pieces back on yet, so we're still in prep work. And essentially, what I've done, and you'll see here in the next clip, is we went ahead and put the exhaust shielding back up into the car. I bought all new fasteners and put anti-seize on all the new fasteners and reinstalled that. So that's what we've done. Also, if you remember in the first video, part one, we talked about how important the connecting pipe is to keep on the car because it's hard to find a replacement. So I did go the extra mile here. And with the help of a good friend, I hope he sees this video, I was able to send this away to get sandblasted and powder coated. And you can see it looks like brand new. Now, I may have made a critical error on this, and that being that this powder coating may not withstand the heat of the exhaust going through, and it may end up coming off or burning off. So I might have made a mistake on this one. If I did, at least you'll know that I've learned the hard way, so nobody else repeats the mistake. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to install the system, and we're going to take a digital thermometer, and we're going to aim it on this when the car gets up to full operating temperature. And I'm going to take a reading, and then on the test drive, we'll give it a good hard test drive, try to get that engine temp up, and or that exhaust temperature up rather, and see, and then I'll take another reading and see, try to get an estimate of the maximum temperature that this thing gets. I think if it's, it'll withstand maybe 350 degrees or so, which isn't much for rotary exhaust. So again, this may end up being a problem that I'll have to come back and revisit. But anyways, we'll give it a shot and see how it goes, because it sure does look nice. I do believe there's a high temp powder coating that you can get for these. I should have thought of that and gone with that option, but it didn't. So we'll do the best we can with this and see how it goes, and go from there. Now the other part in this video, which is really I think the best part, the most interesting part, is while the exhaust manifold is off, we went ahead and filmed the inside of the rotary engine. So I had a helper who turned the engine by hand, and we were under the car filming the rotors passing by the exhaust manifold port. And what is really neat about that is you can see all three of the apex seals come around very slowly. And we tried to even get a close-up and inspect the apex seals for any obvious damage, gouges, anything like that, while they were coming around. Again, taking advantage of everything we can look at while the system is off. So you'll get to see that video. It's not the highest quality of video. It's very hard to get in there and get a good shot. But if you're patient and you watch closely, you'll be able to see the rotors turning around in the engine, and the apex seal passing right past the exhaust manifold. We did the rear rotor, which I'm calling rotor number 2. We also did the front rotor, which I'm calling rotor number 1. So anyhow, that's part 2. When we conclude part 3, hopefully we'll be being able to show the install of the full system. We'll give an overview of that, and or a test drive of the car after the system's installed, or we'll wait for that for part 4. So I don't know if we'll do 3 or 4 parts in this video. We'll have to see how much time we have. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed part 2, and I hope this is beneficial to you. Thanks.
Okay, this is Mike again. I just wanted to record a quick video for the second part here, and just point out that I got the exhaust shielding back up in the car, and you can see I've got new fasteners throughout. So took the time to go out and buy new hardware and put anti-seize on every one of them and reinstall the shielding just before we do the final install of the new exhaust system.
I would have hit half by now. Roughly. I would have hit half by now. Roughly.
And I wanted to show you as well that another thing we did in preparation for the install is went ahead and bought some more of these rubber hangers from Racing Beat. And we replaced some of these. It's a good time to replace those worn out hangers so they don't break on you after you get your nice new system installed. So this is one right here. We got this from Racing Beat, and so I went ahead and replaced a couple of these that were really worn. Additionally, I want to point out that oh, there, I dropped it. I went ahead and bought a new NTK O2 sensor. You can go ahead and try to wrestle the one out of the old manifold. I really got on that thing and could not get it loose, and really by the time you get it out, it's probably going to be damaged. It's worn. It wasn't too expensive, maybe $30 some to get the NTK oxygen sensor. But we'll go ahead and install a brand new one in the new manifold. One key thing, and a good friend of mine pointed this out, and I wouldn't have known because, as I've stated in the video, I go crazy with the anti-seize. But a good friend pointed out that on the O2 sensor, do not use any anti-seize on this. Pretty much put it in as is. It comes with a little bit of grease already pre-lubricated on here. That's all you want. So don't put any anti-seize on the O2 sensor. But I recommend just picking up a new one and put it in there. If you're going to spend the money putting this system in, go the extra couple bucks and put a new O2 sensor in. They give you a nice lead that extends the distance of this because it does go further down the stream when you install it, so the Racing Beat provides that for you. Thanks.